just packing up some boxes, you know. I can't take these with me, so I might as well just try to make them pretty anyway. We got a made in Japan Fender Strat, but I can't take it. You know, I've lost. You know, life sort of gets just out of control now. Just how things snowball out of control. The people that can help you aren't there. The people that could do things for you, they're not going to do anything for you. I think they enjoy watching you fall down. So I'm just thinking, well, my visa's out October 23, what do I do? I have nowhere to go. I'll be homeless, it'll be the end. So maybe, so what do I do if I'm going to be homeless? What, buy a tent? You know, with my government just, you know, importing now, you know, Hamas supporters into Australia. And what I think they wanted 1 million Indians in the next 2 years. You know, I'm last on, especially a Labor government. I'm not going to be on their radar for help. Of course not. They're going to be very concerned now with importing Islamists and Indians. And you know, Indians are great people. I like Indians. They're cool. I've got no problem with them. But what I have a problem with is that when Australia needs help, you're supposed to stop and go, you know, Australians first. But it's Labor. What can I expect? Labor think Labor first. The Labor Party comes first. I don't think the Liberals are any better. So I'm just thinking, what do I do? How do I make money? I've applied for 1,000 jobs. What else can I do? Everybody says, well, what you know, remote jobs, work from home. Well, they don't exist. I've done the Google Digital Garage course. I have an MBA in digital transformation. I've done the Microsoft advertising courses. I can do any Google SEO, SEM stuff online, but it doesn't really exist. I do think that my only option is to cease to exist. Unless I want to be homeless and destitute and suffering, because I won't get the medical care I need. I won't be able to afford the food I need in Australia. I have Crohn's disease. I've had surgery. I've had a metre of intestine removed. And I need to eat 1.5 kilograms of chicken mince. It took me 10 years to work this diet out, where I don't feel horrible every day. I can't eat vegetables. If I eat any vegetable other than broccoli, for whatever reason, broccoli and cauliflower are okay, and potatoes. But if I eat like salad, I bloat. I get very gassy. But I can't eat like a lot of broccoli, cauliflower, or potatoes. I can't eat a lot, just a very small amount. But if I eat chicken mince, brown rice, not white rice, and eggs, I'm okay. But I have to eat like 1 kilogram of chicken a day minimum. Brown rice, I have to, you know, have like 8 cups a day. Eggs, about 8 eggs a day, and I feel okay. I feel physically strong. I can go to the gym now. If I don't go to the gym, my body starts to feel really tired really quickly. Like, if I miss the gym for 2 straight days, I feel so much more tired because I'm constantly fighting against this disease. But if I go back to Australia, I can't afford it, right? I went back, you know, on the day that I arrived in Australia the day my mother died. Didn't really get to speak to her for a few years before because I was overseas trying to work out my fucking life, you know. And it didn't work out, but I remember buying half a kilogram of chicken for like $10, and I'm like, fuck, I can't afford to live in this country. And it wasn't even lean, it was just the regular shit. Here I can get the lean for about, you know, Australian $5 a kilo. But, you know, everybody's quick to blame you as well. This is another thing. But they don't know the circumstances surrounding things, you know. So I was thinking, well, what am I going to do? Just thinking, like, you know, I was watching this guy, I don't know, what's his name? I don't know. He travels across Australia on a motorbike. I'm just thinking, well, I've got some, can I afford a 10-year-old bike and just ride around Australia and make videos and make money? Well, probably not. I'm tired. Just trying to think of how to make money. I know, I'm just thinking that God has told me you weren't supposed to be born. That's the only message I'm getting now. You weren't supposed to be here. It was my mistake. I come back. That's how I feel about everything, you know. Anyway, I don't think anybody cares. I don't care anymore, you know. I just don't. I don't know how I'm surviving now. You know, I just don't know how I'm doing it now. Because you don't know how sick I am right now. Just to let you all know. You don't know how sick my head is. And I can't do it. I'm breaking down really bad. But, yeah, I mean, the guy I work for said I'm breaking down, and he says, well, it's easy, don't have a breakdown. You know, like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, right. If I just think like that, everything's going to be okay. No, it's not. You're not in control, you know. Something else is, and nobody cares. Because, you know, you're a man. You know, you're supposed to be on top of things. You're supposed to be everything's supposed to be perfect for you, you know. You just realize that, nah, we get really fucked up too, but at the end of the day, no one cares. Just going through some of my old documents. This is my living in Japan document. Yeah, the address should be written here somewhere. Number Naka 3丁目16番11の40は5。No, 405. It's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I said Thai 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll never be going back there. Or got lost everything. I had a lot of fun in Kagoshima, Japan. In the countryside. Then I had to have surgery and lost everything, you know. I keep losing. Every single time you have to go do something in Thailand, you get this. They always ask you to keep them in your passport. This country just has too many permits for foreigners, you know. Just drives you mad. Birth certificate, how about that? Campbell Stewart, Sydney, what does it say? My mother's name, Joy Margaret, Texas. There we go. I was born Camperdown, King George V Memorial Hospital. How about that? You know, like don't even know where to put things anymore because like I can't take anything. I'm not gonna take a big suitcase, you know. I'm not gonna cope through this. I won't make it because I don't have anything left. Every day I'm begging God now to save me, but He ain't doing nothing for me, you know. It's like, what else can I do, God? What else can I do? What else? Come on, man. No, you ain't listening. You don't care. Just went to the Australian government APS site, applied for 2 more jobs, but I know I'm not going to get them. 1,000 job applications in 1 year, all rejected. I got one email back, which was from an AI data collection service. That's all they wanted, was to collect data for their AI modeling. Just realised that it's not going to change because I'm not the right demographic anymore. You know, it's all over for me, and there's no amount of begging I can do that's going to make anybody help me. I've just written to the Australian Embassy in Bangkok. You've given me no options. I have nothing left. You know, I got an email back about housing. They give me you 12 fucking forms to fill out. See, no, at the end of the day, it's all about keeping the bureaucracy alive while you die. I am left with no choice, people, but to take my life. And that is the sad fact. No matter how hard I try, I don't have any options left. Here's the worst one. You know, a little bit earlier, I had a 30-minute interview. Turns out, it wasn't about a job in Australia. It was about getting more vocational training for a job in Australia that they don't guarantee. I can't do it, and no Australian embassy, no government agency is going to help me, and I want help to get back on track, but I can't, you know, and no one's listening to me, and no one's caring, and there's I can't deal with this anymore. I can't deal with it. You know, it's like somebody's out there. I don't do drugs. I don't drink, and I want help. I need to get back on track. I need to become prosperous, and there's nothing out there to help you do it. There's just more fucking forms, more online applications that lead to nowhere, and then they think you're fucking crazy. I'm dead. I'm dead already. Man, I didn't want this for my life. I wanted to make every single life milestone, but I never had the tools to do it all, you know. I just screwed everything up, and now you try to get back on track, it's too late. Now they just tell you, basically, just kill yourself because we're not going to do anything. We just need you to fill out more forms so we can keep our jobs. That's all they want. Thank you, Australian Embassy. Thank you for all your help to not even fight for me with a $600 Australian passport to return, which I can't afford. And if I go back to Australia, I'm homeless. Thank you to the Department of Housing Services, all the forms. They're not going to help. I know what's going to happen there. You know, all while the Labor government do everything they can to import ISIS brides, and in 3 months their husbands will be coming too. And 1 million Indians over the next 2 years. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. We're getting replaced, you know, so I guess my life is of no value to anybody or anything out there anymore, but I've sort of come to that realization a while ago. Anyway, who cares? This is as good as I'm going to get, so I might as well just end it all, you know. There's no point in going on when you can't change any fucking trajectory, you know. Fucking hell.